Lots of great games yesterday in the NBA Association. And if you missed some of the games, you came to the right place. Welcome to TV's Daily NBA Recap, where we talk about all the games from yesterday in a short amount of time. Let's go. We're going to start off early with the team on my jersey right now, the Toronto Raptors, winning their second game in the bubble, defeating the Miami Heat 107-103 behind a career-high 36 points from Fred VanVleet. Also good performances by Pascal Siakam, 22 points, 13 of them coming in the first quarter. Serge Ibaka, nice bounce-back game, 15 points as well. On the Miami side of things, great all-around effort, but it was led by Goran Dragic, 25 points, 5 and 5. This was a very hard-fought game because it was really back and forth for a lot of it. Fred VanVleet really took over this game in the third and fourth quarters, but the Miami Heat kept fighting back. They had just great all-around contributions. Like Jimmy Butler had 16, Crowder had 16, even Cole Kelly Olynyk was killing the Raptors from deep, and Goran Dragic leading the charge, which he's done on multiple occasions versus the Toronto Raptors. But the Toronto Raptors, they always seem to just pull out these type of wins, and they did it once again behind Fred VanVleet, who fantastic game, 7 threes as well behind that, did from the free throw line. A lot of controversy near the end in terms of like the foul calling and stuff like that. Some people didn't like the fouls going towards the Raptors, like with Fred VanVleet always like falling down and stuff. But also like they didn't call it any type of like flagrant foul on Goran Dragic tripping up OG. So it really goes both ways, but it was a very entertaining game nonetheless. We move on to the second game, and it was another entertaining game. The Denver Nuggets winning in overtime, 121-113 over the Oklahoma City Thunder. In this game, oh man, my prediction is looking real nice because Michael Porter Jr. hit a career-high 37 points, snagged on 12 rebounds, 12 for 16 shooting, and hit 4 threes. Fantastic game on his part, and Nikola Jokic doing the Nikola Jokic type things, looking like the best center in the NBA. A 30-point triple-double in under 40 minutes. Fantastic game from him. And the Thunder did put up a really big fight. I mean, good all-around efforts from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Gallinari, and Chris Paul all scoring over 20. But the Denver Nuggets were just too much for them. And like I said, the biggest story from this is Michael Porter Jr. Like, people are finally seeing like why this guy was like one of the top scouted guys in the nation, because this guy is standing at 6'10", and he has like KD type qualities where he could basically shoot over anyone. Has a fantastic stroke. It looks super duper clean, and he could just take over some games like he did here. It really does help having Nikola Jokic by your side, though. Like that 30-point triple double is nothing to turn your head to. But fantastic game from the Denver Nuggets. The Thunder still showed that they can really compete, but even the Denver Nuggets, I mean, they don't have like a lot of their perimeter guys back yet. They still don't have Barton Murray or Gary Harris, and they still came up with the win. So if they're able to get some good production from them when they come back, this could be a pretty dangerous team, especially if MPJ continues with these type of performances. We move on to the next game, and it's probably the least entertaining game out of the bunch. We have the Indiana Pacers taking on the Washington Wizards, where the Pacers' second straight win in the bubble, 2 out of 2 so far. Another fantastic performance by TJ Warren, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. And what I liked about just his performances lately, he just does it in the flow of the offense, and he's been playing really well because of it. Today he got a lot more help from Brogdon, Holiday, and Turner. Oladipo played because of rest, but just a great all-around effort from the Indiana Pacers, and another day for the Wizards where they just prove like they don't really belong here. Another good game from Thomas Bryant, but yeah, the Wizards are just like easy pickings at this point. We move on to the fourth game, and we move on to the fourth game, and we had the battle of the top picks from last year's draft. We have Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and Zion wins this battle. The Pelicans win 109-99 over the Memphis Grizzlies. And, Ja struggled this game. He only scored 11 points, very bad shooting percentage, 5 for 21. I mean, it's going to be hard when you're facing against Lonzo and Drew in the backcourt. You're just going to have some problems. But the Memphis did get some good contributions from Jaren Jackson Jr. Grayson Allen scored 17, all of his points in the first half, which he had a pretty decent game. But the Pelicans, 23 points for Zion, 24 for Brandon Ingram. This is the Pelicans that we've been waiting for. and they finally let Zion loose. Finally had a game over 15 minutes, and he played really well. He looked absolutely dominant, and no one on the Grizzlies could stop him. None whatsoever. If you put a big body like Valanciunas, he was going to still finish through him, and he was fast enough because he's too athletic. Put JJJ on him, he's just stronger than most of the other guys. And he just continued to play well. And he's like honestly the big reason why they won. And also Brandon Ingram, who hit some key shots late. But the defense was great in this game, and letting Zion loose was able for them to sneak out a victory. We move on to the second to last game, and another lots of close games here. I think the largest margin of victory was only 11. But this game, the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the San Antonio Spurs, where the Philadelphia 76ers just escaped with a win. 132-130 over the Spurs. Embiid 27-9. Another good game from Tobias Harris, 25-6. Ben Simmons only 8 points, but he fouled out in this game. It was a rough evening for him. And on the Spurs side of things, fantastic performance from DeMar DeRozan, who scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. Rudy Gay with 24, and also Derek White with 20. Derek White. It was just a close game, and the 76ers looked like they were going to fall apart again. The Spurs were coming back late. They had a nice little run near the end. DeRozan was playing fantastic, and it looked like they were going to lose again. I honestly thought they were going to lose after if they were going to go into overtime. Especially because they were down one with 10 seconds left. But luckily, their one good three-point shooter on the floor, Shake Milton, hits the game winner with 6 seconds remaining, and the Spurs couldn't come back and tie it or win the game. The 76ers still don't look great. Hopefully this can catapult them into some confidence going into the next game. And with the Spurs, tough victory, because this would have kept them at the 9th position. I would have kept them at that 9th position, and now they dropped to 10th. But still looking good. And it was another great performance from them. DeRozan, like I said, 30 points. Great game from him. Now we move on to the prime time game. We have the Los Angeles Lakers winning over the Utah Jazz, 116-108. Anthony Davis, when he tries, this guy is an absolute monster. 42 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. LeBron James, casual 22 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Nothing too crazy, but I'm being sarcastic there. The Utah Jazz, great performances from Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, but they still weren't able to pull it out. I mean, you had your 2 top guys giving you some great performances, but where was everyone else? Rudy Gobert was doing his job rim running, but Jordan Clarkson, 2 for 13, was absolutely horrible. Royce O'Neal couldn't get any offense going. Joe Ingles couldn't get any offense going. And this is the problem with the Jazz. I've reiterated this on multiple occasions. They just do not have the offensive weapons to match up with some of these top teams, because sure, Mitchell and Conley had great games, but when you go up against the Lakers and you have Anthony Davis and LeBron giving 42 and 22 respectively, you're just not going to win some games. And they just had a better supporting cast that game, even though it wasn't much better. That supporting cast just edged it out, and that's why they were able to win this game. Very entertaining game, and it's a step forward for the Jazz, but also it just shows why even when they're at the top of the game, it's going to be tough. But it's hopefully this can catapult them into some more confidence going into the next game. Same with the 76ers as well. Thank you guys for listening to the daily recap. I'm going to be posting another podcast episode later on today, so please check that out later on. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.